I've got a slight bugbear about how we treat history, though, in the modern culture. Have you noticed this? We've got a bad habit of going back into history, and somebody that we all agreed was a good historical figure 10 or 20 or 30 years ago, people go back and apply today's standards to those figures, and they go, oh, actually, this historical figure that you think is a good person might well be a bad person because they said or thought one thing that wouldn't fit in at a dinner party today. So maybe we should cancel them, even though they've been dead for 100 years. That seems unfair to me. I heard a podcast where they said that some people accuse Winston Churchill of having been anti-Semitic, which isn't even historically accurate, by the way, but you do hear that and you think, fucking hell, if you think Churchill was iffy about the Jews for the time, wait till you hear about the other fella. That is going to blow your brains out. Because Hitler was frothing at the mouth about them, you ahistorical moron. And the thing that annoys me about this is that we never do it in the other direction, do we? People never go back into history and pick a baddie and reappraise them for having one or two good views that would fit into The Guardian. But I'll say this, if we are going to reappraise baddies from the past, I think we should start with pirates. Because as soon as I say to you pirates, I bet you all immediately think of the criminality of the pirate, don't you? I bet you think of the treasure that they got through looting. I bet you think of the violence, maybe even the sexual violence. But think about it. Pirates, they were very good on disability employment, weren't they, pirates? They didn't care if you had a leg that stopped at the knee and then a chunk of wood strapped to it. If you could captain the ship, you were in with those pirates. They were like, I know you've got a hook for a hand, Barry, but I also know you're a bloody good sailor. So you start with us on Monday. We'll see you at 9 sharp. Don't be late. Ship sails at 9:30. And pirates were way ahead of us to realise that some members of staff need an emotional support animal to help them get through a shift. Were they? They were like that. I know he's got a parrot on his shoulder. Just work alongside him and don't mention it or he'll cut someone's throat. He's a psycho. But we're pirates. It's not an HR issue. What is wrong with you people?